Welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie and today we are working on Polo Pony equipment. Today we're going to do the ring bit. It's the way of doing double reins. Gives extra leverage to the rider. This one here, and this gives them a lot of leverage, okay? So the rein is actually attached somewhere on the girth, and then it goes through the ring and then to the hand, so it gives them a lot of leverage to pull the horse around. And then it does have the second one attached to the ring that's on the bit that goes through, that strap that goes through. And this is a good close-up of what a ring bit or gag bit, they call it a gag bit, a ring bit. But anyways, this is kind of a close-up of what it looks like. So you have these rings down here for the reins, and then you have the buckles here for the bridle. And so I use some, you can use whatever you have. I had some skinny ribbon. I haven't put my keepers on yet, but I used some 1/16 inch skinny ribbon. Really hard to find. I'm not even sure they make it anymore. But I did get that to go through. And then, so that's my version right there. I have my headstall. Now, if you're doing the ring bit, you do not need this piece here, which has a buckle. Yeah, I haven't trimmed this at all. You don't need this. So we're going to pull those cheek pieces off, and then we're going to buckle. We're going to buckle these on. Now I wanted to make sure that this, the bit, that's supposed to be the bit right there. I want to make sure that goes forward. But the next thing is the reins. I have some 1/16 inch lace that I've skived. So we would attach it. It'd be attached way up here if you look at that picture. So it'd be coming off the first billet, and you're not going to need a very big loop for that. And it would be the first buckled billet. Yeah, I think that's right. So it'd be like right in there, up high. And then it's going to come back again. That's your ring. Reins are, you're going to measure it for the model. Okay. And then I don't want them long. I just want them maybe right here to the pommel, because any extras might get in the way of actual swing of the bat or the mallet. And I need double that. Okay. So we need that for these rings here. So we need to go from the ring and then all the way around. So I'm going to measure that one. Now if I start towards the nose of the horse, I have enough for overlap. All right, and then to the pommel, because I want these short, and then I double that. And that's for my other rein. Okay. Let's do the short rein first. This is for aesthetics. A buckle. Also, giving it a little bit of weight might help it sit right too. So when you go to show, so you don't have to do. You could do a D and pretend it's you got a tongue. The problem is the buckle tongues are very advanced, and I have made them. It's really hard to make them in 1/16 because most of the wire for the buckle tongue will bust the leather lace. So I'm not saying it's not possible, but you almost have to make your own leather lace that's just a little bit wider than 1/16. And then trim to be able to fit your buckles. if that's what you want to do. And you can do that. I don't mind, but for simplicity, I don't imagine I'm ever going to be the best shower. I don't show that much. I don't spend enough time on you know, my dioramas like other people do. I love making tack. I mean, that's my thing I do in this hobby, is make tack and try to show others how to do it too, because that's the only way we're going to keep the hobby going, is if everybody, you know, performance almost disappeared there for a while because shows didn't want to do it. They wanted to be all halter, and it was only a few years where I couldn't find a performance show. Nobody wanted to do that. Okay. Now once that's dry, and I did that so that it will stay, okay? Nobody's going to know that it's glued, really. They'll never know. And then we're going to do in half. And got all these papers lying around. And then we'll trim it. Or not trim it, split it. And then I'm going to put the rain in there. And then make sure you don't have any type of twists. Everything's nice and flat. And then we're going to put it in that little ring. And now I've seen this with other reins that I do. If they're simple like this, which they are, they don't have texture or anything. I just need to pretend, without using a buckle, that this was attached by something other than a fold over. And so this kind of pretends to be a loop. And if you look at the different types of rein attachments, this one's a very simple one. I don't know how strong it is, but it's a pretty simple one. They sew a loop, and then you thread the rein through the ring and then through that loop, and that's what gives you your connection. So it's very simple, and all I need to, you know, kind of fake that is what I'm doing right now, which, wow, okay, being a pain. Sometimes it's me, and sometimes it's the leather. This one. And I'm definitely going to put a buckle on this one. I probably won't glue it down because I will need to be able to undo that buckle to get the bridle off the horse, on and off the horse. That's from experience tacking horses, and then every time I make a new piece of tack, it's like, can I get that off there after I'm done, or can I get it on? And you have to think that way too when you're making stuff. Can you get it on or off afterwards? And we're going to make sure we don't have any twists. And I'm going to make this just a little bit longer. Because I want to be able to. So I do it this way because sometimes when you make the buckle and then you put this in, you we use more on one side than the other. And by doing it this way, I found my reins are always pretty much even. Okay, so now pull that in half. There we go. Okay, since I'm going to untack the model anyways, I have switched over to this saddle. This saddle, one of the few things I saw that you could do to make it a little bit unique was I saw one with white under here, and that's just how this saddle took the skiver took the dye. But it's really hard to, because you're using so many different leathers, it's hard to get them all to have the same color. But anyways, then the girth had the white strip in the center, and so I made a couple of these, and I think I like this one better. So far I do. And that matches the seat, so we've actually gotten matching. Okay, so when it comes to this rein, we're going to, it's hanging over a little bit. If you ever have a little hangover, just, not that kind of hangover, a leather bit hanging over, you can just snip it. Okay, now this rein, the way this works, I do need to, I skived it, so now it's a different color. In order to make it, you know, kind of blend, because I'm going to, you know, you're going to see both sides of the rein. And usually this would be two pieces of leather stitched together. So I could dye this right now, put it back on the dye. That would work, but I don't want to wait an hour for it to dry, so I'm going to do my little cheat here. I need to do this to the other rein too. In fact, I have to do some edge coating to all my bridles, and I'll probably use this because it's just a little more manageable than using dye on a Q-tip or something. That's another way to do it, just a little bit of dye on a Q-tip. So I'll do this, like I said, to the whole bridle. That'll be part of my, you know, finishing, and I'll probably have to finish coat it too because I dyed it. But all right, that's what I did to the rein. All right, so this goes back here. We know that. And I took the breast strap off right now because that just will simplify things. And then your bit with your bridle, you want to make sure that the bit is facing forward. Okay, so that's facing forward, and we're going to slip this in. And it didn't look like it mattered whether it was in this way. I think this is probably, nope, let's see. Picture, I think it says it went this way. I'm going to double check my image for that, which is hard to see. I know because it's black and white. Okay, so according to this picture, you wanted to go from the inside to the outside. Okay. So we're going to go from the, that's pointing forward. We're going to go from the inside to, well, other way, because we want the actual rein the rider holds to be on the outside. So this part of the rein is on the outside, and then this goes on the very first billet that you buckle. So sometimes I'll buckle the center one, sometimes the two center ones, but you just need it on the one that is buckled, like that, okay? And it needs to go up high. And then we put our girth on. And in this case, I'll go ahead and do the outside ones. It's going to be a pain to tack up. It'd be good to have these off of my bench, though. And they have the one Polo pony, and I'm going to need to take pictures of all of them. Okay. I used to sell a model horse. I sell all over the place, and I keep switching and switching. So there's no like one store. Model horse sales pages had where they were hacked, and she's still rebuilding the site. She had to wipe the site and start all over. So I don't really have a place to go to buy my stuff, except there's a group on Facebook, or you can go ahead and you know, like or follow, or I guess follow me. I just Carrie Olguin, that's my name. I don't have a private page. I only have a public, everybody can join page. Okay, so now the other side, we're going to do basically the same thing. We want to make sure the bit is forward and that we have no kinks or anything there. We'll take this rein, because the buckle goes back here, right? And then it goes forward again. And because we need the rein, this rein has to be, this part has to be on the outside. So if we go in this way, then the rein that the rider holds is on the outside, and then the rein that goes back to the saddle is on the inside. Okay, and again, we're trying to like not have any twists or anything. So we'll go ahead and put that on. I'm assuming I will. Now I have rough side facing out. That should be correct. I know, look at that. It just looks like a mess, doesn't it? So now that's on. And I guess we can go ahead and tack this baby up and do some fixing. Now I haven't put my keepers on yet, which is shame on me. I should have had that done already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the keepers on the bridle, and then I'm going to tack them up, and I'll be back. Okay, so we have everything pretty much fitted, and these are the reins that attach through to our gag bit, and I have unbuckled them, but they're attached to the saddle. And this is why I said you're probably going to keep that, because this is the way you need to tack it up. Okay, sorry, Mr. Sticky doesn't want a sticky. I don't know why. And then on the other side, get that out of the way, we need to up and under. You can see this like that. We don't really want any twists in this. And then we will buckle it. Come on, baby. And then we buckle it. I mean, this is almost the biggest scale. There's really only one model horse bigger than this, and that's the Mattel. And they're 1/6 scale. And when my eyes and my hands stop working, I think that may be the only thing I can do is get my hands on some of those Johnny West Mattel horses and maybe make tack for them. But there we go. That's what your ring bit looks like, and I'll probably maybe sticky wax it to the neck. Now we still have one more piece of tack to make, and that is the standing martingale. Okay, so that'll be next time. But there's your ring bit bridle. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for spending time with me today. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, and have a good day.